Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining me today for my Quick Tip Thursday over here at Juanette's Crafting Corner. This is episode number 30, and I would like to thank these people for commenting on my last video, which was the Mamagami video, but I want to give a special shout out to Corinne over at To Be Loved Treasures by Corinne. That is her YouTube channel, because in one of her last videos, she told people that live here in the United States about me being a charter member for the Tim Holtz, what's it called? Oh, something palette. I think just the palette program. Yeah, duh. There it is right there. The Eclectic Elements palette program. And so she explained that I would be selling these fabrics. They will start shipping to me in October. I've decided to order the fat quarters as opposed to full bolts, because I don't know how, they're going to sell. I mean, I'm sure they're going to sell fantastic because everybody loves Tim Holtz. And especially this neutral palette. Oh, so anyway, thank you, Corinne, for letting people know that I was going to be selling that. So in today's Quick Tip Thursday, my advice is when you go to print off a kit, especially an add-on kit. Now, this is one of Medieval Mirage's kits in the company of Owls and Raptors. And I was contacted by a woman who asked me to make her a custom journal, a 6-fold journal using this kit. So I thought I would let you know what my thought process was for the add-on kit and what I do as I go to print it off. I think about the elements that I see and what I'm going to do with them. Now, let me give you an example. So in that 6-fold journal, there are 4 small journals and 2 regular size journals. Go over to my YouTube channel under my videos. I think there are labeled 6-fold journal. You can see a flip through of what I mean. So there are, like I said, 4 small journals. And so when I was going to print this page off, it actually is, I printed 2 to a page here, because the regular size is this full size of the, like a little fold over. So what Jaff has intended for this is you would cut this out, you would fold it in half, you would glue it. Say, for instance, if this was the page, you would fold it in half. I'm going to just go ahead and fold this, even though I haven't cut it out yet. But then it would go over a page, and you would have a tuck spot here and a tuck spot here. So as I was going to print this off, I thought, well, first of all, I need some small ones of these. So I did 2 to a page. The other thing is, I thought, since we're going to be tucking something underneath these, it needs to be a pretty good strength of paper. So I've used my Epson thicker paper, and that is, oh, let's see, 48-pound paper. So you can tell that it's thicker. Now, I didn't print anything on the back because you're not going to be able to see that. So I did 2 to a page here. I also did 2 to a page on this page. And again, the reason is I need some small journaling cards for those 4 smaller journals. And so that I don't have to add a lot of bulk to the journal, because you want that 6-fold journal to lay flat. I go ahead and print off an image on the background. So when I cut this out, I don't need to back that page. Let's look at this one. Again, journaling cards, I backed those, and so it's with my thicker paper. This one, again, thicker paper, and I went ahead and backed it. Again, thicker paper, because I thought I would cut these out and use them as tuck spots. Now, I did not back this one because I thought, well, I will just use, you know, some kind of backing paper to cover that. So that's why I didn't back that, and because I didn't feel like I needed these backed, so, or printed on the back. So by saving ink, I just thought all I need to do is back this one. This one, I also thought 2 to a page. Normally in the kit, you would only have 2 images, not 4. And again, I went ahead and backed them because they are going to be journaling cards. Now, when it comes to envelopes, I use my thinner paper because I don't want the envelope to be so thick with this heavy duty paper over here. So all I do is I print this on my hammer mill paper, and that is, I think it's 32 pounds. So it will fold easier, and I go ahead and print something on the other side, because when you fold up the envelope and you look inside it, you don't want to see all that white. So I'll just do a neutral color background. This is from the kit. So I real quick went ahead and cut out the envelope, and you can see that it has a beautiful background that I don't need to add anything to. And when I slip a card in there, it doesn't add a ton of bulk. Now, if you want to, you could add a little embellishment there. I know Jaff has a lot of really fun additions. So say, for instance, like here, you could add, like, you know, I could cut this down. That's a little bit too big, but I could find something and do a postage stamp on there. So that's why I do those envelopes on thinner paper. I did the same thing with this envelope, and you're getting to see Medieval Mirage's kit here. This is the add-on kit. This one, again, I did 2 to a page because I thought I need some smaller tags. And I did go ahead and back those. Now this page here, because as I looked at it, you can tell, and let me just go ahead and cut this out real quick. I did go ahead and run this through the printer with a neutral page. And let me just show you. So what's been going on here in my life? Oh my heavens, you guys. So I can't remember if I told you, but I had a leak, a pipe leak, behind the wall in my laundry room. And then it leaked into my son's bathroom behind that wall and into a linen closet. So I had to file a claim with the insurance company, my homeowner's insurance company, and thank goodness they are saying that they're going to pay for it. Yay for homeowners insurance, especially if you have a good adjuster. But so I've had crews here, and because there was some water damage, they had to have these major dryers and blowers. There were 4 of them going, and they were so loud. It was incredible. So thank goodness it's finally dried out, and they're going to start with the repairs, you know, fixing the drywall soon. So let me see how this goes. So it looks like, because she has a line here and a line here, and she's got this color, then this would fold over. And again, the reason I printed this on the thinner paper is because I could tell by no gaps in these lines that they would be folded together, or at least that's what she intended. So let's just see. So, okay. So that would go like that. And then I didn't fold that real well. And then that would be a pocket. And then I think she's intended it to fold over. Let's just try here. So you fold that line there, and then you fold that line in there. Oops, nope. I wasn't gonna have that right. I wanna see this dark line here? I need to make sure that that's where my fold line is. So anyway, my point is, you want, if it's gonna be double-sided and you don't wanna add a lot of bulk to your journals, I find it difficult if I have a gator mouth journal. I find it difficult to journal in because it won't lay flat. So that's why I like to print things that aren't going to be really too bulked up. Let me find a page here. Oh, I want to find a page where, well, I guess it doesn't really matter, but say for instance, this was our page. Of course, that would be cut off. So what you would do is, this would be on one page, so it would be a pocket. And so you would glue down here and glue down here, and then this you would have a little notch, so you'll be able to slip something in there. For instance, if this is the back, so this is maybe a better example. So if it goes on the page like this, then this would be a pocket because this would be all glued down. But then if you turn it over, then this would flip out and you would be able to journal on both of those sides. So that's why I printed this one on thinner paper. And then let me show you this a little bit better. So I get my coffee dyed paper from Triple V Vintage. She has some of the prettiest paper that's available in Etsy stores. And so, for instance, this is folded in half, and I will use this in one of the bigger journals. And so this would go on here on the side of the page. Look at how pretty that is. So it would be glued down along there, and you would be able to flip this out and journal here. And then when you turn the page in the journal, this would be glued down, and so you'll have a top-loading pocket. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm keeping that with that. I love that paper. Thanks, Vern. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. So let's see. I did 2 to a page here. Now, since these are journaling cards, and this is going to be cut out, and I think one of these can go in there, I did it on the thicker paper. And then, because you might be able to see behind there as you look around there, that's why I backed that, or I printed on the other side. And then this is just a nice journaling card with a place to write on the back. So you, of course, you would add an embellishment, like a little bit of lace up here or a tie or something like that. So that was my thought process for that. Again, the same thick one there. Now, what I do is when I am printing things off, if I think something goes together, I paper clip it. But this was, let's see, where is it? I think these were supposed to go here. Yes. So I did 2 to a page here. I hope you guys can see. Maybe I should back out a little bit. Yeah, okay. So I did 2 to a page here. And then these were the journaling cards that I think go in there. So I paper clipped them together so that as I'm going through and cutting things up, I know, because sometimes you have all these papers laid all over your desk and you'll get confused on what goes with that. So that's why I paper clipped that. This is a fold over. I think it will fold over like that, and you will be able to tuck something in behind it. And so I went ahead and backed that. This one I did not, because this is a belly band, and I thought as I printed this out, I will be able to just add some neutral paper, either collage or something on the back of those. So I did not back those. Now, when I go to do some envelopes, I did 2 to a page because, again, the journal is small and I want to be able to fit small things in there. So this looks like it folds over and tucks in. So I went ahead and cut that small envelope out. And these give you a little bit of a gusset so that if you wanted to put several things in there, you could. But again, that's how that one is designed to be. And again, you can add some more embellishments here. And then what I like to do when I'm putting things in an envelope, sometimes if I have an image that is small like this and too small for the envelope, then I will take a second piece of like a darker paper. I will lay some lace down in between the two just to give it a little bit more of a a nicer look, and then that fits in there nicely, and it's big enough as to where, like I said, if I had only used this image, it was going to be too small. Again, really nice and thick there. These are corner tucks. I want them to be thick. I did not back it or print on the back because you're not going to be able to see them. So again, that's why I use that thick paper. This is an envelope, so I use the thinner paper. Again, because this is going to be folded, there is no gap in between here. I think Jaff intended this to be a tri-fold journaling card, so I put it on thinner paper and I printed on the back. These are thicker journaling cards, so again, thicker paper, thicker paper, thicker paper, thicker paper. This is, remember I showed you over here at the beginning where Jaff had these smaller ones? I printed these full size, so these will go into the bigger journal. And then, yeah, so they're just little tucks. Again, these are journaling cards. I did 2 to a page. These would normally be only 2 big ones and then these on the whole page, but I did printed 2 to a page, and they'll be smaller, and the postage stamps will be smaller. And then as the last page, again, I thought this folds up. You can tell that folds into that. And so I did it on thicker papers. So that's what I did with those. So I hope this helped you out on this quick tip Thursday of my process for printing out add-on kits. And hopefully within, I don't think they're going to be finished Monday with all the drywalling and stuff, but maybe by the following Quick Tip Thursday, the renovations, repairs in my house will be done. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I know this was a quick video, but I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.